Thank you very much for joining the class. And our course title, as you know, that it is International Marketing. The issues that we have covered will summarize today. And the summary is very important for your final exam because final exam is gonna be held on 2nd January very soon. And let's begin our summary lecture. Ultimately, in our course, we have defined what is international market, or in other words, it is known as the global market. And we know some differences among global, international, multinational, transnational, etc. terms. But in our course, international, global, multinational, transnational, these are all same. At the beginning of the mindset, we have defined what is market and what is international market. And if you can recall that a market is the set of actual and potential buyers. Say, for example, winter clothes market, rice market. Today, the example is set explaining what is rice market. Rice market means actual and potential buyers of rice. And when market going cross border is international market, that means you are selling rice to the American people. You are selling rice to Bhutanese people, to Indonesian people. Bangladeshi rice manufacturer is selling rice to American users, buyers. Then it is international market. And especially when we define market, we have to say market offering. Market offering means the product you are going to offer to the buyers. Market, once again, means buyers. And market offering means what you are going to offer to the market. Say, for example, when you are offering rice, it becoming rice market. When you are offering clothes, it becomes clothes market. When you are offering cell phone, it is becoming cell phone market. So market offerings are some combination of products. So when you are selling your cell phone, you are not only selling the cell phone, associated products, for example, SIM card, you're also selling. Some after sale services you are confirming. So services, information, or experiences offered to a market to satisfy a demand or need or want. And sometimes people focus more on products rather than the benefits and experiences produced. It is known as the marketing problem, marketing myopia. Marketing myopia means paying more attention to specific products than to the benefits and experiences produced. So, when you are selling mobile phone, you have to make sure that the mobile phone is perfect for talking. In today's market, mobile phone is speedy. The people are happy, experiences, happy with your product. So only focusing on product and its features and benefits and experiences, you are not considering. This is a problem in marketing, and it is marketing myopia. We must have to avoid it. So what we are talking today, we are talking what type of questions you are going to face in your exam. And we have defined what is market, what is international market, what is market offering, what is marketing myopia. Now, what is marketing? So up to this point, we have defined market. Market means buyers. Garments market means buyers of garments. And marketing means you will create value for customers. What is marketing? Marketing means creating value for customers with the objective of capturing value from the customers in return. That means you are going to sell pen. So the pen will solve the problem of the users, and users in return will buy your product and they will give you money. That is your value. And the customer's value is that he can write smoothly with the pen. Dress market. Dress market means here the users of dress. You are creating this type of, say for example, dress to save or protect from cold. So cold, you are protecting the cold. That is creating value, and you are taking money from the customers in return. So marketing is the marketing is not just selling the product. It is not just selling the product. Marketing means you will think about the problem of the people. You will solve the problem of the people. And in return, if you can solve the problem of the people, winter problem, then the people will buy your product and then you will get money in return. Value you are capturing by creating value for the customers. This is known as marketing. So understand the marketplace and customers' needs and wants. For what is the demand of the customers? Design a customer value driven marketing strategy. So you will create value for them, protect from cold, it is value. Then construct an integrating marketing program that delivers superior value. So now you will design the product, you will promote, you will set a good price. So you are integrating marketing program. Integrating marketing program, in other words, is also known as product, price, place, and promotion. The important figure shows marketing in a nutshell. By creating value for customers, marketers capture value from the customers in return. This five-step process forms the marketing framework for the rest of the chapters we are going to discuss. And after creating a integrated marketing program, engage customers, build profitable relationship, and create customer delight. Ultimately, you must make the customer happy. That is important. Then they will buy your product. So this is your turn, and this is the customer's turn. This is marketing. So marketing, once again, is not just selling your product. You are creating value, you are solving the problem, and in return, the customers are happy and they're buying your product. This is marketing. So marketing includes, say, for example, need assessment first. What is the need of the people? That means problem identification. Then designing the product. This is also marketing. Then manufacturing the product. This is also marketing. Then delivering the product. This is also marketing. Then measuring the customer satisfaction, whether the customers are satisfied with your product or not. CRM, customer relationship management. This is also marketing. And finally, you will create an image in the minds of the people. What we have said, it is market positioning. So you can create image in the minds of the people by many different strategies. So for example, improving quality, providing solutions, solving any complaints, lower price or higher price, maybe also positioning strategies. Some people like to buy high price product and people become satisfied. As many of you are working people, so you know it better. Sometimes we buy some product, and when we find that the price of the product is cheaper, and we, especially personally, are not happy with that product. So even sometimes higher price is also a pricing or positioning strategy. So in your exam, you will find the question: what is international market? What is international marketing? International marketing is same as marketing. When you are going cross border, selling your product to the international market, you are promoting to the international media. You are setting a price for the international users, considering what? Considering the transportation cost. If you can recall, and some many of you are bankers, so Incoterms you have to consider when you are setting the price, and then you are distributing the product beyond the border. It is international marketing. So international market means when the buyers are international, it is international market. And international marketing means when you are creating value to solve the problem of the international users, and in return you are expecting value from the international customers. It is international marketing. So ultimately, finally, you have to focus on creating customer value. What is customer value? Customer value is perceived benefits divided by price. Perceived value divided by price. Sorry. Hello, salam. আমরা ৯টার মধ্যে ক্যাম্পাসে থাকবো, ৯:৩০ মধ্যে হিসাব। Ultimately, what you have to do, you have to create customer value. How to create customer value? Customer value creation means what benefits you are offering to them and what benefits they are giving to you. Price is the benefits you are enjoying. And benefits, perceived benefits, that means the benefits that is taken by the customer. Say, for example, here the example is given: perceived benefits of rice is 200 and the price is 180, whereas your competitors benefit is 190, and you have got the competitors benefit after discussing with the customer. Are you happy? So now you're thinking that how it can be quantified to 200. In that case, you have to use score related to your price. You have to ask the customer that if I say your happiness is 200, so out of 200, how much you're happy? Say, for example, here the uh, customers of rice, then rice, yes. The price of the rice per kilogram of your company is 180, and the price of the competitor rice company base rice is 175. And you are asking the customer, what is your happiness? If you say that your benefit is equivalent to 180, so 200, so out of 200, how much happy you are? Maybe he will say, I'm fully satisfied, 120. Fully satisfied means 200. And out of 200, how much you are happy? And for the computer's product rice, he said that it is 190. And its sales price is also lower than your product. So here the sales price is 175. So if you divide 200 divided by 180, it is 1.1. This is customer value. Customer value 1.11. And the competitors customer value is 1.08. What does this mean? It means that company is customer is happy. Then company is product. Customer of company A is more happy than company B. So which company's product has more customer value here? What do you think?
Company A.
Company A.
A.
So because his score is little bit higher, and we can calculate these benefits from different ways. Say, for example, we can use weighted average. So we are not going to discuss the process of calculating in details. However, for the moment, if we think that it is the highest score is 200, then you can get the score after asking question to them. Out of 200, company is product is company A is product perceived benefits is 200 and B's perceived benefit is 190, and the sales price of A and B is given here, and we can conclude. So when you are creating value for the customer, when you are going to sell your product to the international market, you have to set your price. Then you have to compare the price with the competitors. So price comparison is not the all. So what benefits, the perceived benefits? You must have to quantify the perceived benefits. So perceived benefits divided by price, you will get what customer value, and based on that, you can think whether ultimately you are creating any image in the minds of the people or not, whether your brand is prevailing in the market, whether you are good or bad, you can conclude. And when you are going to international market, you are motivated by some proactive reasons and reactive reasons. Proactive reasons means that you are interested to sell your product. Proactive. You are going international. But reactive means that you are not going international by yourself, but because of external pressures, you are going there. So proactive means আপনি এবার ইচ্ছা করেই আপনি ইন্টারন্যাশনাল হতে কোম্পানি হতে চান। Reactive means you cannot compete, so you are going international. So proactive motives are reasons for going international include, say, for example, profit and growth goals. So your company is a growing company. Now you are going to go international for more sales, more growth. It is proactive. So you are very expert manager. You are capable to manage big companies. You are capable to manage big companies. So you are now going international, and you are sure that your capability, your capacity, your knowledge, your background, everything supports internationalization. So it is proactive. So that means your strength is very good. Foreign market opportunities. So one of my MPhil students, he was the student of Jagannath University, and he said that he is not going to start any business here in Bangladesh. Better, he explained to me that it is much easier to do business in South Africa. So he opened business in South Africa. He opened a shipping business there in, Myanmar. And I said that going global, going international market, cultural shock, political issues, etc. A lot of problem is there. He said that there are a lot of more problems here in Bangladesh. So when we are going global, they are thinking that we are very wealthy investor. Lot of opportunities are given to us. So he is doing business in Myanmar even with good reputation. That means foreign market opportunities are there. Many companies are coming to Bangladesh. And when they're investing in Bangladesh, their profit is tax free, say for example. Or for a certain period of time, there is no tax holiday facilities they're enjoying. There is no tax on profit repatriation for several years. So that means profit growth, international market opportunities, foreign market opportunities, managerial motive, economies of scale, tax benefits. Because of these reasons, many companies go proactively global. So going global, it may because of economies of scale. Say for example, you are producing computer. When you are producing 100 computer, your price per unit price is $100. But if you can produce 200 computer, the per unit price will be 90. So if you have the scope of producing more, and because of more production, your per unit production cost will decrease. So you will produce more even for the international buyers. So these are the proactive causes and reactive causes. So competition is huge. So what will you do? To protect yourself from competition, you have to think alternatively. You have to expand your business. Domestic market size. So you are producing some product and you cannot sell only to the domestic market. So if you sell it to international market, you will be more profitable. So demand is not available in the market. You are looking for international demand. Then overproduction. Overproduction or excess capacity. So if you have excess capacity, then you will produce more for the international market. Unsolicited foreign orders. Extending sales of seasonal products. In our country, you know that we are producing garments. Yes. And it is seasonal products. There are many knit knitting companies. They produce or sweater factory, in other words, sweater factory. They produce seasonal product only. There are many factories in our country. They are idle during the winter season, and during summer they got a lot of sales order. Proximity to international customers, proximity to international market, or psychological distance. So China and Japan, their diplomatic relationship is very bad. But China is buying huge amount of Japan is buying huge amount of Chinese product because of proximity. So China manufactures goods even for Japanese users because of proximity or nearness. So the question in your exam will be, what are the proactive motives of going global? What are the reactive motives of going global? And when you are thinking for global market, in today's world, technology is playing a very important role. You can sell your product very easily. You can promote your product very easily. So drivers of global marketing, it includes, for example, market drivers, cost drivers, technology drivers, government drivers, competitive drivers. So drivers and motives, these are almost similar. However, drivers may be proactive, reactive, and all the proactive, reactive, all drivers are summarized here. Several example market drivers. Market is saying itself that the local market is small. So go global. Then your sales, profit, everything will be much higher. Cost drivers. When you are producing many units, your production cost is minimizing. Technology drivers. Facebook is not open in Bangladesh, it is all over the world. When you are promoting your product in BBC, it is telecasted all over the world. Government drivers, governments sometimes invite FDI. They waive some rules for the international manufacturers, sellers, producers. Competitive drivers. So competition is a factor. In our country, Unilever is working. Similar type of FMCG or fast moving consumer goods manufacturer are many. So the question in your exam may be what are the drivers of global marketing? They ultimately drive your product, your company. And the issues that we have discussed here, maybe in your exam, the question will not be direct what is market, what is global market, international market. Maybe this type of information will be given. Say, for example, you are the you are a farmer, you are going to sell your product in international market, and you can sell easily to your rice to Saudi Arabia and other Western countries. And the global rice market sales volume is $100 billion. And you, as a seller, farmer, you can also sell $10 billion equivalent rice. So, after analyzing, after understanding the scenario, you explain what is market, what is international market, and the product you are going to sell. Remember that you are the farmer and you produce and sell rice. That means you are creating value to satisfy the hunger of the people. Rice, Asian people especially. Asian people, say for example, huge number of migrants are living there in Saudi Arabia. So they cannot eat bread. You must sell rice to them. Even Japanese, there are a lot of Bangladeshi people living in Japanese, they cannot eat Japanese rice because Japanese rice is sticky. So even when I was there, we buy Bangladeshi rice initially. Later we adapted with it. So lot of international opportunities are there. You are going to sell your rice in the international market, cross market. So rice market means potential and actual buyers of rice, and rice marketing or marketing, identifying needs and delivering value. That means you are creating value to satisfy the needs. In return, you are expecting value from the customers. Hunger satisfaction. Packaging and promoting premium rice. Market size, total demand or sales volume. Market size, total amount of customer needs of the rice is 135 million. So for example, rice market size is 35 million tons consumed annually. So what is the market size here? 35 million tons. You can convert it into money. If 1 ton is 1000 taka, then 350 million. Oh, sorry. 35 billion, 1000. If one ton is 1000, then it will be 35 million taka. So rice total market size is 35 million. Now and what is market share? Market share means total percent of total market a company controls. So say for example, you are selling 3.5 tons of rice out of total demand 35 million. So 3.5 divided by 35 equals 10%. So it is your market share. You can check the market share of Bangladesh. In that case, how much all rice manufacturers are selling to the market, international market. It will be market share. So you must be sleeping. Are you sleeping,
No,
Mr.
sir, we are listening.
So is it clear what I'm talking about? Because we are giving a revision and we have discussed in your classroom many times about these issues, and these issues are very interesting if you are the active listener. You must be very good listener. All right.
Yes, sir.
So, so Mr. Tapan Shah, Mr.
Sir,
Tapan, can you hear me?
sir,
So, what do you mean by market share?
মার্কেট একটা মার্কেটে একটা কোম্পানি বা একটা প্রতিষ্ঠান যখন তার ওই ওই মার্কেটটা কত বড়, তার কত অংশ সে ওখানে সে মানে ব্যবসা করতেছে, সেটাই তার মার্কেট শেয়ার। এখন যদি 3.5 মিলিয়ন ডলারের কোনো বিজনেস যদি হয়, সেখানে তার যদি 5 to 3%, 5 to 10% যদি শেয়ার মানে থাকতে পারে, মানে মার্কেটে যদি তার জায়গা থাকে বা সেই সেই পরিমাণ যদি বিক্রি করতে পারে, সেটাই তার হলো মার্কেট শেয়ার।
Good. So, the question in your exam will not be direct. Say, for example, what is the market share? Rather, the data will be given. Then you have to say that the market share of the company is 1%, 2%, 3%, or 4% based on the data. All right. So, the questions will be very easy for you. And then you have to create market segment. Will you sell your rice to all consumers of the world, or will you sell only to the Asian people? So Asian people, Asian buyer, it is segmentation. You are going to sell your rice to Asian consumers. So it is also segmentation, subgroup of buyers. Now the buyers, we are creating subgroup. Examples, premium, medium, course, households, restaurants. So that means only you are going to sell your rice to restaurants owners. So restaurant segment. You are going to sell only premium rice. That means high value customers. You are going to sell only coarse rice. So you are ultimately targeting, say for example, poorer segment. You are only targeting to sell your rice to households. That is a household segment. So market segmentation may be of different types. Say for example, geographical. Only you are going to sell in America. It is geographical segmentation. Then only you are going to sell to women. So it is demographic segmentation. Only you are going to sell Asian. This is also demographic or diversification, diversity. So you can create a market segment where you are going to focus on. It is market segment. Then you will target. After market creating segment, you will now choose which segment to serve. Maybe you are going to serve only urban middle class families. Market niche is, market segment. Even you are focusing more on a specific segment, market niche, narrow down the market segment. very specialized, very narrow segment. Organic heritage rice. Now you are going to produce and sell organic heritage rice, and the price must be very much higher and very expensive, and only for the very special people. It is known as the market niche. Then target marketing. Now you will design your strategies. Strategy for serving target market. So your market niche organic heritage rice. Now, how you are going to sell organic rice to particular people? You have to set strategy, promotion strategy, your distribution strategy, your pricing strategy, your so all product price, place, promotion, all strategies you will set only for the organic heritage rice buyers. It is known as target marketing. And then finally, you have to create long-term image, market positioning. Market positioning means that creating long-term image among the users of rice. Improve quality of rice is one of the example. There may have a lot of market positioning strategies. Say, for example, high quality rice, low price rice, green rice. In today's world, green is very popular, so you can choose green. Sustainable rice, sustainable advertising, free delivery, customer relationship program, address complaint quickly, lab test report, health conscious customer creation, fairness in all aspects. So these are several examples of positioning strategies. Positioning strategies may be more: product, price, place, promotion, distribution. There are a lot more strategies you can set to what to create long-term image among the users of the product. It is known as the positioning. So the question in your exam will be: what is market? What is international market? What is global market? What is transnational market? What is multinational market? What is international marketing? What is global marketing? What is multinational marketing? What is market size? What is market positioning? What is market segmentation? These are all about your introduction. What is market and marketing? And the information will be summarized. So you have to define, say for example, what is market? You have to define market from your marketing knowledge. So that means if you know what is market, then you can explain what is international market. All right. So from chapter 1, you are going to get one question or maybe two questions. And from next chapter, this is about international marketing, unit 2, from your referred book, and international marketing environment. This is very easy. Marketing environment. When you are going to international market, so when, say for example, you are going to sell your product to India, you have to think about the political, legal environment. What are the legal issues, legal environment? What are the cultural component? What is the social component? What is the competitive position? What is the global environment? Technology, economy, demography, social. These are the components of the environment. Business environment and its influence on international business. So the issues are very easy. You must remember that you are going to sell your product rice. So when you are going to sell your product rice, what is the impact of technology on selling your rice? Technology. Now you will use artificial intelligence. You will use robotic system. So you are selling your product, you are advertising your product in international media. These are all technological impact. You are using robotic or artificial intelligence when you are identifying who are the buyers. Technology is playing a very important role, whether internet is available, whether cable internet or uh, cable free internet is so lot of technological issues are related in today's marketing. So marketing technology is shaping your market, whether you are going to sell your product, how you are going to sell your product, what will be your promotion tools, etc. Technology is affecting. Competition is also affecting. Social environment, socio-cultural environment is affecting. Demographic. So Gen Z or millennials, which one is prevailing in the market? Who are your users, buyers, customers? So economic. Are you going to sell your product to poor countries or rich countries? These factors are affecting your international business or international marketing decision. So, after analyzing the environment, you have to think whether you are going to go global or not. What are the socio-cultural issues? So, in Bangladesh, you cannot sell alcohol. In India, it is open, it is legal. So, when you are going to international market, you have to think about the international framework. And then culture is important issue because when you are going to case a Saudi Arabia, you have to know about the Islamic system, Islamic cultural system. When you are going to India, Nepal, you have to know about the Hinduism because the users, it is not about the religious talk. It is not about religion. What is your objective? Your objective is to capture the value from the users, not the Muslims or Hindus. So, who are your users? You have to capture value from them. You have to adapt with their culture. The cultural components may even include language. So, when you are going to America, you cannot use Bangla. Your value system, your beliefs, your material culture, your education, social institutions, manners and customs, religion, everything is related with your international market. When you are going international, you have to think about these factors. Think about these factors. So many cultural factors you have to think. And when we are talking about the tools and techniques of addressing culture, we especially refer to Hall's cultural dimensions and Hofstede's cultural dimensions. You have to think about the power distance. So in our country, when you are the minister and I am the general people, so huge differences are there. When you are wealthy man and I am a poor man, huge differences there. So what is the power distance? What is the cultural individualism or collectivism? Still, there are many families in our country, they live together. Live together means that they're living with their father, mother, even grandfather, grandmother together, collectivism and individualism, only you and me. Even in Western world, now it becomes only you or me, single family, even single mother, single father, family is there. So that means you have to think about the cultural scenario. You have to think about the masculinity, uncertainty avoidance, long-term orientation. So these are the broad area. Based on this broad area, you have to think about the what culture is prevailing there. What are the features of their culture, and you have to adapt with them. So it may be adaptation, or it may be you are inducing your culture. So which one is preferable? Which one is possible? You have to think about before going global. Culture is a very important factor. And sometimes the cultural dimensions are high context culture and low context culture. So maybe you can recall high context culture and low context culture. Some people are speaking everything to people. Some people are very reserved. They are not interested to flesh out anything. So you have to think about the people. You have to think about the cultural orientations. So the questions in your exam may be how cultural component is affecting the international marketing decisions. How Hofstede culture and hallmark culture is affecting your marketing decisions. Say, for example, in a high context culture, they tend not to talk many, only the important issue. Very professional. No additional information will be supplied by them. Say, for example, when you will talk to them, they will never share the personal information, only they will focus on the formal factor. But when you are coming to low context culture, so India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, low context culture, when you are introducing somebody, hey, how are you? How's your wife? How many children do you have? Whether your children is good or bad, whether his wife is working or not. So it is low context culture. This is especially the high context culture. People never ask about your personal matters, and if you ask something, then if it is important, then they will disclose. So when you are selling product to high context culture, you have to think about it. When you are selling your product, or you are thinking to sell your product, you're going to produce your product for the international buyers, you have to think about the cultural components. Culture is affecting. And there are, many political risk. Politics is everywhere, and politics, and it has reshaped by Mr. Trump and Trump tariff, the very popular name, Trump tariff. And um, uh, Harvard professor, he was also Nobel laureate professor, Krugman. He said that after Trump trip, he said that I'm teaching economics for about 30 years. I'm teaching different economic theories, but I haven't teach anything. The way Mr. Trump has calculated tariff on India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and all other countries, and it was never been taught in the theory. Are you getting? Political risk. Politics can create new model of economics, new system of calculations. Politics is very dangerous. And Mr. Trump, And this have been included in theory now. How Trump tariff was calculated. How Trump tariff was calculated is now in theory. So political risk is very dangerous risk.
স্যার, একটা সময় তো এটা রেফারেন্স হতে পারে যে ট্রাম্প থিওরিটা কোনো সময় আসতে পারে স্যার, সে
ওইটাই তো
অর্থনীতিতে
বললাম, এখনই তো
কিভাবে।
পড়াই আমরা। ট্রাম্প ট্রেড কিভাবে ক্যালকুলেশন করছে এটা তো এখনই পড়ানো হয়, তাই না?
জি, ঠিক আছে, জি স্যার।
So it is now considered in theory. So political risk you have to think always when you're going international. Confiscation. The host country government takes over the operations. যেটা আপনারা স্যাংশন বলেন, স্যাংশন বলে না? স্যাংশন এবার ওই যে আমাদের র্যাবের যে পুলিশ চিফ ছিল, কি যেন নাম, র্যাবের ডিজি বেনজির
নিষেধাজ্ঞা
আহমেদ।
স্যার, নিষেধাজ্ঞা।
So এই যে তাদের উপরে যে স্যাংশন দিল, এই স্যাংশন ইজ কনফিসকেশন, ডোমেস্টিকেশন। So আমাদের যে আপনার ট্রান্সকম গ্রুপ আছে না, লতিফুর রহমানের ফাদার প্রপার্টি ছিল যেগুলি, লতিফুর রহমানের যত বিজনেস আছে, সে একটা ইন্টারভিউতে বলছে যে আই এম নট মেকিং এনি পার্মানেন্ট অ্যাসেট। পার্মানেন্ট অ্যাসেট করে না কেন, কেন সে জীবনে করেনি? বলছে তার বাবার হিউজ প্রপার্টি ছিল, সম্ভবত চা বাগান টাগান এইসব ছিল। যখন আপনার 47-এ যখন পাকিস্তান হয়ে গেছে, পাকিস্তান এসে সব অ্যাসেট সরকারের নামে নিয়ে নিচ্ছে, অনেক সম্পদ। সেখান থেকে তার সব সম্পদ জিরো হয়ে গেছে, তার ফাদার প্রপার্টি। সেই ডোমেস্টিকেশন হতে পারে যে কোনো সময়, ন্যাশনালাইজেশন যেটাকে আমরা বলি, ন্যাশনালাইজেশন অফ ফরেন অ্যাসেটস। লোকাল কন্টেন্ট রিকোয়ারমেন্টস, যে আমরা এখন যে বলি যে রুলস অফ অরিজিন। রুলস অফ অরিজিন মিনস দ্যাট আপনি কি নিজেই তৈরি করেন লোকাল কন্টেন্ট দিয়ে, নাকি আপনি ইম্পোর্ট করে আবার সেল করেন? যদি ইম্পোর্ট করে সেল করেন তাহলে আপনার ফুল ট্যাক্স দিতে হবে, গভর্নমেন্ট রুলস, পলিটিক্যাল রিস্ক। আর যদি লোকাল কন্টেন্ট দিয়ে তৈরি করেন, ইউ ডু নট নিড টু পে এনি ট্যাক্সেস। So risk is there. Anytime they can change the rules of origin. সাইবার অ্যাটাক, বাংলাদেশ ব্যাংকের যে আপনার যে সাইবার অ্যাটাক হলো, বা সাইবার অ্যাটাক না হলেও সাইবার অ্যাটাকের মতোই। সাইবার অ্যাটাক anytime it can happen. It can hang the total system. It can embezzle the fund. Lot of problems may create. And currency control, another in factor. যেমন পলিটিক্যাল সরকার যখন ছিল আমাদের প্রফেসর ইউনূসের আগে, তখন তো ডলার কিন্তু আপনার 110 বা এরকম ছিল। এখন কিন্তু অনেক কারেন্সি ওপেন মার্কেট করাতে এখন কিন্তু ডলার কত এখন ব্যাংকার্স?
22-23 এরকম।
তাহলে এই যে আপনার এটা কিন্তু পলিটিক্যাল কারণ হয়েছে। শেখ হাসিনা থাকলে এই ডলারের দাম এত বাড়তো না। So political risk is there. So you must have to think about the politics. So when you're going
আরো বেশি বাড়তো স্যার,
আরো বেশি বাড়তো নাকি?
আরো বেশি বাড়তো।
কিন্তু এটা কত সর্বশেষ আপনার শেখ হাসিনার পিরিয়ডে কত ছিল? 108 টাকা না?
এটা তো ইনক্রিজিং
স্যার
84 থেকে
শুরু হয়ে 108-10, এখন 122-23, ইনক্রিজিং।
হম 8-10-এর মতো ছিল, 8-10 এরকম ছিল।
গত 20-21 সালের দিকে তো 84-86 এরকম ছিল।
23 সালের শেষের দিকে স্যার, 23 সালের শেষের দিকে যখন একটা পলিটিক্যাল অ্যাটমসফিয়ার, একটা গুঞ্জন চলছিল যে সরকার থাকতে পারবে কি পারবে না, তখন আসলে একটা ব্যবসায়ী আমলা শ্রেণী সম্মিলিত ভাবে স্যার এই জোরসাদরে এগুলো কিন্তু ওই দাম মানে ইনক্রিজ করা হয়েছে তাদের বেনিফিটের জন্য, কিন্তু চিন্তা করে এটা এটা ব্যবসায়িক বেনিফিট, মানে ওই গুটিকয়েক লোকের, অল্প কিছু লোকের সমষ্টি চিন্তা করে তারা এই বেনিফিটের জন্য এই কাজ করছে স্যার।
কাজেই আপনার political, when you are going
রিস্ক
global, you have to
করছিল
think about the
সেখানে
political risk. So, and then economic environment is also important factor. Economic impact means your income and wealth distribution in the countries, GDP per capita, income inequality. এইগুলি কি আপনারা যারা, যেহেতু সবাই ভালো ভালো বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ের ছাত্র, these are the very basic issues, যে আপনার আমাদের পার ক্যাপিটা ইনকাম যেখানে 2000, অ্যারাউন্ড 2000, সেখানে আপনার যেমন মালয়েশিয়ার মেবি অ্যারাউন্ড 25,000। সো আমরা যে প্রোডাক্ট আমাদের এখানে কিনি, তাদের ওখানে ওই প্রোডাক্ট কিনতে তারা যখন কিনবে, দে উইল থিঙ্ক অ্যাবাউট দ্য ভ্যালু, what is the value they are getting from the product. South Korea 25,000, 30,000 per capita income. So আপনি are you going to sell low cost price যেমন garments, then your destination, your thinking, your marketing strategies will be different. When you are thinking to sell the very expensive product, then the marketing strategies will be different. So economic environment is affecting your international marketing decisions. Although it is written in international business, it is international business and international market is correlated here or synonymous. So from the environment, there will one question, then opportunity identification, international market. আপনারা যেটা নিজেরা যারা অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট করছেন, they are going to go do very good in exam, I think, because প্রশ্নটা ওই ধরনেরই হবে। আপনি আপনি আপনার প্রোডাক্টটা কিভাবে ইন্টারন্যাশনাল করতে চান, ইন্টারন্যাশনাল মার্কেটে সেল করতে চান। কাজেই আপনার এখানে যারা অ্যাসাইনমেন্টটা করছেন, দে মাস্ট বি ভেরি মাচ বেনিফিটেড। বেনিফিট পাবেন সেটা হলো, আমি তো রেকর্ড, আমার তো একটা রেকর্ড রেখেছি। However, in your exam, you are also going to do better. The question pattern will be like your assignment. So you have to identify the opportunities. And when you are going to select international market, you have to think about these steps. Set the goal of market selection. Why are you going global? কেন আপনি, that means you have to set your objective goal. Is it because of proactive measures or reactive? Is it because of your expertise, proactive, or because of international competitors' pressure, reactive? What is your objective? Select criteria and complexities. What are the criteria to cope up with the international market? And what are the problems, complexities? Number of stages before final selections. Shortlisting the markets, and finally start selling your market. So when you are selecting market, you can think of different investment mode. When market selection process for entry with investment mode, when you are going global, and you can think of preliminary screening at the regional level, intensive desk research, in-depth evaluation of shortlisted countries, fine-tuning the shortlisted countries, and finally do a feasibility study. So screening at the regional level, where are you going to sell your product? Are you going to sell your product in Middle East? What is the state of rice? Are they producing rice? If they are not producing rice, who are selling rice there? Who are the competitors, prospective competitors? So screening the regional level. Do some desk research. যেমন আপনারা যে কাজটা করলেন, যারা কাজ করছেন, তারা কিন্তু ডেস্ক রিসার্চ করছেন যে আমি আপনার একটা ব্যাংকের অফশোর ব্যাংকিং ওপেন করতে চাই। অফশোর ব্যাংকিং যদি ওপেন করতে চাই, তাহলে যেখানে আমি যাব সেখানে কি পরিমাণ ইউজার্স আছে, who are the prospective users. You must have to think about these factors. It is intensive desk research, in-depth evaluation of shortlisted countries. এরপর কি রিজিওনাল লেভেল করে সৌদি আরবের আপনি মিডল ইস্টের কথা ভাবলেন, এবার কি কোন দেশে আসলে প্রসপেক্টিভ? কাতার, কুয়েত, বাহরাইন, আরব আমিরাত, সৌদি আরব, নাকি মিশর, or any other country? So you will make shortlist, and finally you will find out where you are going. And then যদি আপনি এবার you're thinking to sell your rice to Saudi Arab, then full feasibility study. Full feasibility means technical, economical, social, political, all the reports you will prepare. It is known as the full feasibility study of that particular market. And this is how you are going to make your investment. Market selection for entry with export mode. Here the question in your exam may be, when you are choosing exporting, how you are going to finally export your product. Product decision and the summarized system code. So the product you are going to sell, rice, what is the HS code of the rice? HS কোড দিয়ে যদি আপনি সার্চ করেন, তাহলে দেখতে পারবেন যে রাইস কারা বেশি তৈরি করে, কোন দেশে বেশি যায়, কোন দেশে বেশি খায়, কতটুকু, কোনটার প্রাইস কত, এভরিথিং ইজ গিভেন দেয়ার। তারপর হলো যে যেখানে আপনি বিক্রি করতে চান ওই দেশের ইম্পোর্টিং কান্ট্রিজ কারা, তাদের এক্সপোর্ট ট্রেন্ডটা কি, এবার what are the trade barriers, and finally you decide to sell your product international market. Exporting means international sales. So one set of questions will be from here. Say for example, how to select international market, what are the market selection process with investment mode, how to go global with export mode. Export যখন চিন্তা করবে যে শুধু এক্সপোর্ট করব, তাহলে how you are going to go there. And in unit 4 we have discussed about the international trade theories and entry mode choice. Here the entry mode choice includes, say for example, what are the different market entry modes. আপনারা এই যে আজকের যে সামারি লেকচার দিলাম, এটা this is very important for your exam, number 1. Number 2, at the end of each section, প্রত্যেক সেকশনের নিচে there are a lot more questions. You will study the questions also. The tentative answers are also given there. So better to read out the materials. Some entry modes. When you are thinking to go global, the entry modes may be licensing, franchising, exporting, contract manufacturing, joint ventures, wholly owned foreign enterprise, wholly foreign owned enterprise, outsourcing, offshoring. So you can choose any one of them. So for example, licensing, just you will provide license to the local users, and in return you will get a licensing fee. Franchising, along with license you will give some conditions that they have to follow the conditions to sell the product. Exporting, now you are producing product in your country and you are selling to international users. Contract manufacturing, no license fee, no conditional license, no exporting. Rather, you will make a contract with the local manufacturer. They will produce your product and you will sell your product. GSK, GlaxoSmithKline in our country sold their factory most probably to Unilever or something. But still they are selling GSK product in Bangladesh because they have contract manufacturing with local manufacturer. কারো কাছ থেকে এসে প্রোডাক্ট তৈরি করায়, এটাকে বলা হয় কন্ট্রাক্ট ম্যানুফ্যাকচারিং। জয়েন্ট ভেঞ্চার্স, নাও আপনি বাংলাদেশের আরেকজন ইন্ডিয়ানের সাথে একসাথে মিলে একটা ইন্টারন্যাশনাল বিজনেস করতে পারেন। হোলি ফরেন ওন সাবসিডি, এবার কি আপনি ওই দেশে সব ইনভেস্টমেন্ট একা করবেন, হোলি ওন সাবসিডিজ। আউটসোর্সিং, আউটসোর্সিংটা হলো কি, এবার আপনি থার্ড পার্টি থেকে নিয়ে তারপর সেল করবেন, ইট ইজ আউটসোর্সিং। Offshoring and outsourcing is little bit similar. Offshoring, আপনারা অনেকেই অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট করছেন অফশোরিং নিয়ে, অফশোর ব্যাংকিং। মানে আপনি ব্যবসা বিজনেস সুবিধা দিবেন, অথবা এটাকে ফ্রি ইকোনমিক জোনও বলে, যে ওখানে এমন একটা স্পেশাল জোনে যাবেন যেখান থেকে স্পেশাল সার্ভিস দিবেন। বাংলাদেশে বসে বিদেশিদের অ্যাকাউন্ট ওপেন করবেন, অফশোরিং। So you can choose any one of the entry modes. So in your exam, the question may be how you can go global. And then finally, Unit 5, we are discussing about the Unit 5 for many days. International marketing mixed strategies. এখানে mixed strategy, there will be one question from this segment also. And in your exam, most probably there are 6 questions, is it? Or 7? Total 7.
Total 7 this.
One is mandatory. Case study is mandatory, isn't it? Case study must be very easy for you, because এই যে আপনারা একটা অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট করতে দিলাম না আপনাদের, ওইটা এবং আজকের লেকচার যদি ভালোভাবে শুনে থাকেন তাহলে there will be no problem to solve the case. Easy. So, international marketing mix strategy. Marketing mix, especially we say product, price, place, and promotion. So you have to set the product stage. You have to develop the core product, tangible product, augmented product, and promise product. So that means when you are producing a product for international market. You're thinking about the long-term impact. It is promised product. So if you eat the rice, there is no medical report that rice is affecting your sugar level. Sugar, there will be no diabetes because of using or eating rice. এটা যদি করতে পারেন এটা হবে প্রমিস। আর এগুলি আমরা we have discussed these issues many times. So what we are talking today, we are talking that this is also very important for exam. Pricing strategies, especially there are two system of setting the prices. One is market-based price and another is cost-based pricing. When you're setting cost-based pricing, then you have to think about what? You have to think about your manufacturing cost plus profit. It is cost-based pricing. And value-based pricing? Value-based pricing means that assess customer needs and their value perceptions. What price they ultimately is interested to pay. You set the price first and then you design the product. That means in cost-based pricing, you are ultimately designing your product, the raw materials, manufacturing overhead, labor. You will calculate the cost of manufacturing the product and then you will add some profit. Then you will sell the price to the users. That means manufacturing cost plus profit. But in value-based pricing, customer কত দিতে চায়? Chinese pricing system. So based on the price perceptions from the customers, you are now buying raw materials to satisfy the customer. And finally, how Incoterms are affecting your price. The question in your exam may be how Incoterms are affecting your price. When you are selling your product at EXW term, X works, your price must be lower. Why? Because the buyer will bear the expenses for customs, loading, carrier, cargo terminal, port charges, transportation costs. So up to the buyer's destination, all the expenses are for buyer. But when you are choosing DDP, delivered duty paid, you have to pay all the expenses. So when you are choosing DDP, your product price must be much higher. But when you are choosing EXW, it must be lower. So the Incoterms can be a tool to set your price. You have to think about Incoterms. And there are several non-pricing factors affect your product pricing. Country of origin, আগেই বলেছি। আপনি যদি প্রোডাক্ট ইম্পোর্ট করে সেল করেন তাহলে কোনো ট্যাক্স নেই, সরি, সব ট্যাক্স দিতে হবে। আর যদি ম্যানুফ্যাকচার করে সেল করেন তাহলে কোনো ট্যাক্স দিতে হবে না। ওই যে জিএসপি ফ্যাসিলিটি যেটাকে আমরা বলি, জেনারেলাইজ সিস্টেম অফ প্রেফারেন্সেস, তাহলে কি দিস ইজ factors that is ultimately non-pricing factor, country of origin, but it is affecting your price. Dumping, transfer pricing, parallel imports or grey imports, এটা হলো যে আপনার importation of non-counterfeit products from our country, but without the knowledge and permission of the intellectual property owner. যদি যার প্রোডাক্ট সে যদি না জানে সেটা যদি সেভাবে যদি কিনেন আর তাকে যদি জানিয়ে কিনেন, there will be lot differences in price অনেক impact পড়বে. You have to take care of all these issues. Then distribution, how you are going to distribute your product. Are you going to distribute from producer to customer, or producer retailer to customer, or producer wholesaler retailer to customer? You have to decide which mode is very perfect for you. So you have to choose the perfect mode. You have to choose what mode? You have to choose the perfect mode of distribution. So the question in your exam will be, what are the distribution strategies you are going to choose to sell your product rice? Say for example, are you going to choose direct sales? Then why? Are you going to use wholesaler retailer? Then why? Explain. So you have to make promotion. বিজ্ঞাপন দিতে হবে কিন্তু, না হয় কিন্তু we cannot sell your product. সবাই অর্ধেক তো ঘুমিয়ে গেছেন আমার মনে হয়, নাকি?
জি না
না
স্যার,
স্যার,
Still
আছি স্যার।
তাহলে তো মানে you are very attentive listener. So promotion আপনাকে কিন্তু করতেই হবে. This is also known as marketing communications. What are the promotion strategies you must take to sell your product? To capture the market. Capture the market কি market share বাড়ানো, ধরে রাখা. Advertising, sales promotion, event and experiences, public relations and publicity, direct marketing, interactive marketing, word of mouth marketing, personal selling. So you have to choose the appropriate methods, promotional tools. So you must be very tired now your question and answer session, because we are going to finish the course. Earthquake has stopped us, isn't it?